Everybody, this is AF Gojo and I'm bringing you guys a final part of What If I Was Frieza's Brother. So now we continue on after the battles that we actually had. If you're wondering for the resurrection, if and the other arcs will not, most likely will not have, most likely resurrection if will happen, but Frieza will still get destroyed by me because of my power. And since I'm incredibly strong, I'll easily able to deal with Frieza, no threat at all. Of course, eventually I'll actually get the Mystic form from the old Kai. With the old Kai saying that my potential is actually humongous comparable to Gohan. But of course Gohan being surprised to know that my potential is actually higher than my potential is higher than his. With me not being that much surprised, I trained with Gohan for many years. So yeah. Eventually, I managed to use a mystic form with almost all my transformations eventually after training, since I was able to master all my transformations with literal ease. By this point, I most likely would have become the most powerful Frost Demon, but I feel kind of lonely. So I would decide to actually make a son for myself, just like King Cole did for me. So I would decide to name my son Cyan. Yes, I decided to call my son that name, since he actually has a cyan gem color, unlike me who has a red one. Of course, I'll treat my son with respect that he deserves and I'll take care of him as a good father that I was. I also would have trained him on how to control his forms, and also how to compress his powers while using the final form. With, of course, Cyan easily able to do that since he has my potential as well. Of course, I will actually be stronger than him, while Cyan will actually still have his incredible potential nonetheless. So yeah, eventually our dream will still continue with of course Cyan easily able to master the final form's capabilities. Of course, he will not get golden just yet, but he'll do improve in his battle experience. Now, if you're wondering for the Tournament of Power, Universe 607, and a Gold Black Arc, the Gold Black Arc will go the same alongside the tournament, mostly because that I will manage to defeat Hit, but Doku will still defeat him using Kaioken. Well, he'll just decide to practically forfeit and let me fight with Hit. With, of course, me not denying it, since I will respect my friend's choice. So, yeah. If you're wondering, my future child myself is dead in that timeline, but nobody does know about me being an incredibly powerful mortal, even without God Key. So, the other Zons will actually steal my body. Of course, they will not be as powerful as me, but my potential is incredibly high nonetheless. So when Goku Black actually appears, it also appears a black version of me, of course, Martin Black. Both me and Goku would have taken our imposters. With me, if you're wondering guys, I would have trained on Beer's spine and learned how to use Hakai. I actually wanted to learn that technique for a really long time, and Beerus would have taught me after a couple of months. Of course, I was easily able to erase my other self, but Black will managed to save him just in the nick of time before I could erase him fully. And of course, he managed to heal him afterwards, with of course me and Goku deciding to fight him. But eventually my other self were able to access his Rose Gold form, which will actually be incredibly powerful in his own right. I've actually been surprised by his power. He's incredibly strong, but I tell him, has he unlocked a new transformation? And I just ask him if he's really sure he wants to fight me. Of course, I know that Power Rose Gold will be almost able to match my black form, so I will not take any risk. So with the power boost, I'll roar as Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks will actually shock as I achieve my new form. This being my fifth final form. This is not an ordinary final form. This is all my transformations mixed with the final form itself. This is my true Frost Demon form. Practically, you could say that this is true Martine evolution, you could say. But I'm just gonna call it fifth evolution. Just so I can make it the name simple enough. With my fifth evolution form, I'll easily able to dismantle Rose Gold Frieza, or you could say my other self, who's evil, practically black. So yeah, I'll easily able to defeat him with no issue at all, due to my power being intensely higher than his. With my power at this point, I'm able to even take on the Grand Priest if I wanted to. Of course, I'm not participating in the Tournament of Power, but I will let everyone trade, with actually me at participating, but just not fighting anyone, since I know that they will not be a challenge to me. Of course, Grand Priest will get confused on why am I not fighting, would mean so that there will be no challenge to me, only the Saiyans or some of the humans can actually charge a little bit of my power, but not to a full extent. Of course, the Grand Priest asks if he wants to battle, and Grand Priest asks him who wants he to battle, with me pointing at him, saying that I want to fight the Grand Priest himself. Of course, the other angels will tell me that I'm crazy, also I got instructions, but as I instantly power up to my black form, my power will start to choke on their words as I was with my only aura alone, they'll start to suffocate. Of course, Beerus will tell me to calm down and to roll my aura as I'll do it. Of course, the God's Judge who actually knows that Beerus is actually a lot stronger. Beerus explains to them that he has trained with me for a couple of months. He is growing very powerful, but so have I. With him even managing to almost reach the Grand Prix level. If you're wondering, Beerus is already at the level of an angel, alongside Whis actually being much more higher in his angel stat, of course. Now actually became the strongest angel, not only by just time, but also by strength alone. Now, Grand will decide to oblige to my power, is we both will fight one another. Seeing as Grand Prix is holding back, I'll also hold back myself as well. Eventually, Zen will tell him that he can use his full power if he wants to. But of course, the Grand Prix is complying as he uses the full power. With me deciding to do 50%. Seeing as I want to test the Grand Prix if he can handle it. With actually being equal to me at 50%, I've actually been quite surprised. I'm actually equaling the Daishiki himself, huh? With of course that Shinken being surprised as well at how I can handle his full power. Eventually he'll go into his true form and then fight with me using 75% to actually overpower him, would me actually be surprised. Guess I over exaggerate about the Grand Prix being the strongest. Guess he's not. But the Grand Prix will start to use more of his true Ultra Instinct, and I'll decide to actually put something in shock to him, and I will use Ultra Instinct with my 5th evolution form. Now, if you're wondering how is it possible that I can use Ultra Instinct, remember guys, Ultra Instinct is a technique, not a form. So practically, a Frost Demon using Ultra Instinct will most likely equivalent to a technique, since I'm practically not using it as a form, unlike the Saiyans. If you're wondering, Goku and Vegeta were able to achieve their Ultra forms way earlier than the original because of my help and training. Also, if you're wondering, Jiren is much more powerful, but Goku and Vegeta were leagues ahead of him, so they were easily able to defeat both of them. So yeah. With this, I was easily able to defeat the Grand Priest. The Grand Priest telling me that because he practically defeat him, it means I practically am the winner. Of course, they want to be a winner just by defeating just one person, even though he's incredibly powerful, and want the others to have their own chance. Well, Grand Priest actually see my point of view, seeing as I'm a good heart person. Eventually, after a tournament, if you're doing the more arc, will most likely go the same instead of Vegeta just always more on the spot, and practically the entire moral arc is skipped alongside the Granola arc because Granola and Gas will most likely die even trying to reach my power, even at 1%. So yeah. Practically Granola and Gas just died trying to actually do the wish, so yeah. Also, if you guys are wondering, yes, Noah still achieves his beast form and Master thanks to my help. He also defeats Max Cell even though he's perfect. Yes, this Max Cell is actually perfect like some of my other stories, so yeah. If you guys are wondering, a couple of years later, I would have trained with my son Cyan as he continued on with his training, with him able to reach his golden form, and eventually I'll tell him that eventually, my boy, you'll be able to access this type of power as a power to my black form, and tell him that he's actually closing the gap really fast for his age. If you're wondering, Cyan is already in his 16s, already being a teenager to say the least. But for our Frost Demons, this is pretty young. But for me, it's normal, since this is my son, of course. Eventually, I'll still continue to train with him, with Yoko training with Oob and visiting his family, while I'll continue to train with my son. Eventually, Sai will grow incredibly powerful and grow a good relationship with Pan. Actually, they both having a crush on one another because of the really young age. I've actually been pretty happy for them, seeing as I see Goku as my brother, but I also see Pam as kind of my niece, and maybe even future niece, of course. As I will just look at my son, with, of course, Sam blushing as he tries to look away, when I just tell Sam that I approve his relationship with Pan. With Sam actually being surprised that I know about it. I just tell him that he's not pretty good at hiding secrets like me. I got used to it. He is not like that, he's pretty young. When Sam just signed in, tell me just keep it secret from anyone else. Yes, I just tell Saiyan that I will. At least one, of course. I'm person like that, of course. Eventually, it will go peaceful. No threat. Practically nothing will happen in a few years. Eventually, I decided to go into mental of god destruction, as I made Beerus retire afterwards. With me practically becoming the most strongest god of destruction. I actually want Goku to become my angel, seemingly as I actually wanted him to become one. But which tells me that the angel has to be stronger than his own god destruction, which actually being a surprise to me. As Goku and Vegeta, if they can fuse into Vegito while using the angel power that I would have learned from Whis, which explains to me that maybe Vegito will be able to reach my power. So Goku and Vegito power up into Vegito. With this one actually being permanent thanks to Pataris, he can actually remove the Pataris if he wants to. And Vegito in Ultra Instinct is actually pretty close to my power. He's actually pretty strong in his own right. And Vegito using Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego combined is actually equivalent to me using 75%. This true is actually as strong as the Grand Priest. So I've been pretty surprised and shocked of how powerful Vegito is. Just if only I continue to train with my son in the power 75%, I can already defeat that Shingen back in the past when I fought him in the tournament of power at only 25%. And if Vegeta is able to push him to 75, this means that he is almost as strong as Zeno, since I'm the most powerful god of destruction. Of course, Vegeta will not decide to become my angel, but he'll do train with me in the afterlife, of course. But when Vegeta didn't die, alongside everyone else, as I'll continue my work as a god of destruction while also take care of my son. My son will then become the new prince of the universe, is he will take care of the universe just like I did in my past. Take care of all the universes while making sure to have peace in Universe 7. If we wanted, I would also would have erased Frost, making sure that no evil Frost demons ever arrived. My son also would have visited Universe 6 to visit sometimes Kill, Kawa, and Khalifa, as he sees them as a good friends, with me just being happy for my son. Of course, I would also check out Champa to make sure that he's not doing anything stupid. Of course, Alvin practically became a part of God Destruction, and even practically the most powerful one, with my continuous training, with me not only able to master Ultra Instinct, but also use my Hakaishin power. I'll also be able to actually master my fifth evolution form with literal ease, and even use Hakaishin power and Ultra Instinct with it combined, practically making me even beyond all angels, including Daishinken, and actually able to even match Zeno, if not even Zalama. So yeah, I'm practically this strong and powerful, but I'm also a respectable person to everyone else. So guys, this is the end of this part. Hope you guys enjoyed this. See you around, guys. Make sure to check out my other videos in my channel. Make sure to like and subscribe because it will sometimes glitches and makes you unsubscribe. Well, this is it, my Z fans. Sayonara. This is Gujo. Bye.